welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Sophie. This is a look that I'm going to be creating for you today. It's a super easy all-day wedding guest glam makeup. This look is inspired by recent cancelled events. It was supposed to be my friend Lucy's wedding on Saturday the 18th of April, and we're all so gutted that it's not going ahead. Even though it's not going ahead right now, it's going to be going ahead in August and we cannot wait. So I just thought I would take the time to do a sort of natural wedding guest look for you all. I have such an array of clients, and I know that some of you like really heavy glam and some of you like really natural glam. So I'm trying to bring you some different styles. So this one is a little more on the natural side. For all my hooded eyed girls out there, this look is actually going to be really good for you. It's going to make the eye look really open and really bright, so definitely give it a go. I've tried to keep this look as simple as possible for you, using as minimal products as I can, because I know I have a tendency to just chuck them all on. All the products in today's video, as always, will be in the description box below, so let's get started. So I'm just going to be starting by prepping my bare skin with this oil from Kiehl's. This is specifically for blemish prone skin, and it really helps to calm and hydrate the skin. It's also really good for helping spot scars disappear over time, and it gives a really nice glow under makeup. This spot does not want to go, so I'm just going to be popping a little bit of spot cream on, also from Kiehl's, and hope that it reduces the redness a little bit before we pop our makeup on. I'm going to be starting off by popping some concealer on my eyelid just to use as an eyeshadow base, and then shock, it's back again, the Maybelline City Bronzer, and I'm just going to be popping that in my crease and building it up with a MAC 224 brush. I'm now just taking this little palette from Maybelline, and it's a really cute little neutral palette to have in your makeup bag. And I'm just going to be starting with this sort of bronzy shades and using this brush from Zoeva to just sketch it along the outer lash line and then up into the crease, just to add a little bit of depth. Now obviously you can go as dark or as light with this step as you want. It's all about tailoring each makeup to your preferences. I'm just taking a little bit of bronzer on the brush there and just blending the edges out. So back to using our Shape Tape, I'm just taking this MAC 242 brush and I'm just going to be blanking out a little space on the eyelid. Just use really slow patting motions for this, guys, and just keep it nice and controlled. I'm going to actually be popping it just above my actual crease, and that will make my eye look a lot bigger, especially because they are hooded. Now that I've got hardly any product left on my brush, I'm just smoothing it over the edges at the side and at the top, and that just really helps to diffuse the concealer into the eyeshadow. I'm now just taking this lightish champagne shade from the palette, and it's actually really sparkly. It looks so pretty on the eyelid, and I'm just going to be sort of patting and pulling that onto the concealer that we've just put down. I'm also just taking a little bit on my finger and I'm just patting that into the middle of the eye and just above the concealer. And also taking this other lighter shade in the palette and just patting that right into the centre, and it just gives it a little bit of extra shine. I'm not putting too much liner on today, guys. I'm just using a little bit of this brown Benefit liner on the side and lifting it out a little. And then I'm just going to be blending the corners out with what's left on my brush. So that spot cream did nothing. This is my favourite concealer for covering any blemishes, and I need some serious help right now. As you can see, I'm firmly pressing that in onto any blemishes, and I'm also just going to be popping a little bit under my eyes because I am super dark under there. Next up, taking one of my favourite foundations. This is the Light Wonder from Charlotte Tilbury, and I'm using shade 7. This is very much a Your Skin but better type of foundation, and it offers a light buildable coverage. There's something so satisfying about painting this on with a flat brush. I like to do this first because I feel like it spreads the product out evenly before I start to blend it in. I'm now using this brush from Peaches, and I'm just going to be using patting, dabbing motions to blend it all in. As you can see, this foundation gives an absolutely stunning glow to the skin, so it really just injects it with hydration and gives it a really youthful glow to it. I'm just going to be applying a little bit more on any areas that I need a little more coverage, aka that beast of a spot. I would say this concealer is definitely one of my favourites now. It's from Nabla and it's a really good shade for brightening under the eyes and around the face. As you all know, I love to go in heavy under the eyes because, well, I need it, but I love that bright look under the eyes and I think it makes it look really flawless at the end when it's all blended in. A top tip is to take your brush that you use for your foundation over the edges of the concealer, and that just really helps to blend it in because it's already got some excess foundation product still on there. I've left the concealer sitting on that spot for a little longer because it ensures for a better coverage. Using a clean brush, I'm just running that over the edges of the shadow to diffuse it. I want this look to be super glowy, so I'm just using the oldest trick in the book to do that. This highlighter is Champagne Pop from Becca. If you've never heard of it, you need to try it. It's such a beautiful shade. I'm just putting this directly onto my foundation before I use any powders or anything to set it, and that ensures for the sort of brightest looking highlighter. For highlighter, a top tip is to always use circular motions because it stops it from looking liney and stripy. So I'm just going to be using a fan brush to apply this in all the usual areas: cheekbones, nose, centre of the brows, top of the lip and above the brows. I'm not going to be applying on my chin today because it's just going to highlight that huge spot that I've spent forever covering. Bringing out the cult classic Laura Mercier translucent powder now, just to set under the eyes. Now seriously, if you haven't tried this yet, you are missing out. It's the perfect product to smooth out any fine lines, pores, anything like that, and it really helps to set under your eyes without making it look creased or cakey. I'm just popping a little bit of bronzer on the outer part of my eye, and then I'm using this light shade on the inner part of my eye and the inner corner. If you're not a huge fan of blusher, I highly recommend using this one. It's Warm Soul from MAC. It's just a really nice neutral shade, and I'm just going to be building that up and then applying my bronzer. I think the biggest mistake that people make with bronzer is that you press really firmly into the skin, and the truth is you really don't need to do that. So just make sure that you have a really light hand and sort of circular motions to apply. I'm now just taking a little bit more of the translucent powder and I'm going to be applying that to any areas where I want a little bit more of a matte finish. This powder is also amazing at obviously keeping the makeup on and in place all day. To contour my nose slightly, I'm just taking a tiny bit of bronzer on a flat brush and just literally drawing a straight line down the sides of the nose. This mascara is actually old and sort of dried out, but I really like to run it through the brows after putting on powders and things because it just brings the colour of the hair back slightly. Now I'm applying my favourite mascara, Maybelline Lash Sensation, and I want this to be a really lashy look, so I'm applying quite a few coats. Optionally, you can apply lashes, and today I'm just going to be showing you how you can cut up an old pair of lashes and create them into a corner lash. I'm just literally going to be snipping off the last three sort of lashes there, and I'm going to be making them into a little corner lash. And I'm just going to place them on the outer part of the eye, and it really just gives a nice bit of lift to the eye. If you haven't tried lash tweezers yet, I do recommend them because it just means that you can really squeeze them with your own lashes and they just sit a lot better. These ones are from Prima Lashes. Here you can see the difference between both eyes, one with a lash on and one not. It just gives the eye a really nice lift. To finish the eyes, I'm just applying a little bit of brown liner in the corner waterline, and here I'm applying Whirl Lip Liner by MAC. The lipstick that I'm patting on here is called Scrompton, also from MAC, and it is a matte lipstick, but I just wanted a little bit more of a glossy finish, so I'm going to be applying this lip gloss from Kiko as well, and it just gave it a little bit more of a pink tone. For a little extra glow, I'm adding a little bit more highlighter, and then we are done. Thank you so much for watching this video today, guys. I hope you've really enjoyed it. As I said before, I've tried to keep it as simple as possible, so let me know how you get on if you do try it at home. I know a lot of you won't have the exact products that I've used in the video today, but by all means go through your makeup drawers. You know you're going to have so much stuff in there that you've forgotten about. I genuinely cleared out my makeup drawer the other day and I found like loads of new things that I hadn't even like really used that much, so definitely go through your drawer, have a little clean out, see what you've got, and try and use those products before you go ahead and buy new ones, and you'll be pleasantly surprised, I'm sure. I hope you're all staying safe and healthy and happy at home, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.